Alright, this will be take number 3 on how to harvest my hops. I'm recording on my iPhone, so last time I got a phone call, interrupted the middle of it, and the time before that I just flubbered my own speech. So anyways, those are screens. Those are what I'm going to place the hops in between, use a box fan below those to basically dry them out. Although I don't have to do that. I'm in Southern California. Right now it's September 13th. And the temperature outside right now is about 98 degrees. It's pretty dry. The humidity's in the single digits, like 8%, 9%. So it's basically one big dehydrator out here anyways. Cherry tomatoes. Got onions back there. Keep my brewing supplies here out in the sun. Basically, got a guard cat, making sure that no gophers are coming over to take my hops. These are centennial hops. I've already harvested those. I've only planted this May. I planted the rhizomes, so this is the first year. I didn't really expect much, but I did get some on my cascade here. As you can see, I'll back out a little bit. There's plenty of hops there. There's a bag that has a net in the bag. It could be zipped up, and I just let it hang from the trellis there. As bright as it is out here, as hot and dry as it is out here, it makes for basically a perfect hanging dehydrator, and it keeps them in one convenient place, or I'll vacuum seal them later. Got some galena hops, but those aren't going to develop this year. Maybe next year. Anyways, here's what I'm looking for. Since I'm just a small grower, home brewer, I look for picking the hops off the vine. I'm not going to take the vine down. I'll look for something like this, and I'll feel it. This one's still a little moist and green, so I'm going to let that go a couple of days. Just a few days, that'll be looking great. The one right above it, also a little moist. It doesn't have quite that papery feel. As I go up the vine a little bit, still moist. Look for one here that's just about perfect. I start seeing some brown on the edges. This one here. If we can see that one. Let's go over to the next vine. I got a perfect one hanging there. This one's very papery. And as you can see, it's got some brown around the edges. I basically pick them like someone would pick a coffee bean, or someone that's doing wine would pick a grape. Just pick them off the vine like that. Drop them in my bag. And that's about it. You can always roll one up. I try to pick one, if I'm going to roll one up to see how they're doing, I try to pick one that is really brown and probably past due, like this one. This one I can still use, but it's good to gauge how your hops are doing. Basically, roll it up like that in your hand, get it all broken up, smell it. Man, that smells good. And for me, personally, I'm not going to throw that out. That actually smells really good. It goes right in there with the rest. And as you can see, I've got some work to do, so I'll post this later on YouTube, and hopefully it'll help you out when you go to pick your own hops. If you're doing a small home brew, I recommend just doing it this way. You don't need to take 20 vines down and strip them and have this machine do it for you. I think that that takes away from the home craft. If you do it home brew style, I think it's just as easy basically to go in, pick them by hand. It takes a long time, but you know.